I should try to get a job. Those 8 hours feel like 12. Yes, I used to work 10 hours a day. I know what that's like. Hey Crafter, welcome back. What time did you get, Tyler? Alright, let's play this map. 46.3, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Respectable. Alright, can I get this gear before drifting? I can, but risk it. Okay. Ow. It's so weird that jumping there is faster. Okay, how do you do this still? You have to like brake there or something? Maybe just fat release. How do you risk that? Oh no, 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 not like this. Oh, so Rayson's playing this today. Ooh. Let's see him playing. Oh, what? You mean? You still make it? Sketchy gear change there. Whoa. Taking risks. These dirt turns so much. I love that. One of my favorite things in this game, if not my favorite thing, is high risk dirt turns, where you go up on the banking. Hey, that was still good enough for Orthoman. Look. Maybe going tight there is better? Okay. Oh dear. Depends how you define easier. If you know how to drift, it's easier, but if you don't, it's hard. Okay. Oh, God. Why would you do that? You want to jump at the finish. You want to cut the corner and then jump. The airtime, the speed you get from less airtime won't make up for the time you lose going for it. I release enough though. Still didn't release enough. What? Okay. Wait, what? Can you point where you're drifting and what? I don't understand that sentence. I'm just either I'm not reading it properly or I just don't understand. Do you mean like what points do you press brake and let go of brake, or? I still don't understand the question. Like, are you asking like when do I drift? Like, how do I know when to drift? Is that what you're asking? Jesus, that's a risk. Hello there, Puzzle Building 101. There's only one road drift. Like, where you have to hold the brake, yes. But pretty much any corner that you can't make without slowing down at low speed will be a drift. So like, longer corners will usually be a drift, but you get that with feeling of it. But it's all about momentum, so paying attention to the speed outcome helps as well. Hello, Veritas Animus. It's not new, I just haven't used it in a while, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Ah, okay. See, to me, every single slide is just a slide or a drift. Like, this is a dirt slide, what I'm doing now. Grass slide. Ah, damn. Hey, welcome back, B. I think it would have been good on this yesterday. Oh, jeez. I feel like this is a map you have to risk to stay in. I don't think there's like a safe way to stay in. You just have to push it. It's like, look at the top 10. It's separated by not even half a second. One of these kind of maps. Yeah, it's a pace map. At least in the top 16 it will be. Oh, I touched. Man. But yeah, when it comes to drifting, Tyler, like, do you understand how to do a slide? Or are you just more looking like, when do you do a slide? Because yeah, with the input, the only thing you need to remember with the inputs is that you always turn before you brake. Nope, I drove it for, well, technically yes, I drove the map for an entire 2 minutes. I know, crazy, right? I drove the map for 2 minutes before the Cup of the Day started. So much inside those 2 minutes. So you start the brake after you turn. Like, don't worry about when. Just now, just get comfortable with doing it. And being able to initiate it on command. Once you get comfortable with that, and understanding what happens when you let go, that's when you can look at timings. But just get comfortable with the mechanic itself. Oh, almost a 420. 3 grid penalty. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Get a feeling for the mechanic, for how it works, and then you can worry about timing. It's like when you learn how to use it, like a power tool or something. It's not that much different. Yeah, that was a good end. Keep oversteering. I know SRK, I know Mystic, Razi, Winky Face, and Chriso. There you go. Those are the names I recognize, or at least know a bit. I know Broly only from Cup of the Day. Pretty fast. Ah. Four outskirts. Like even I'm still getting comfortable with the drifting mechanic, to be honest. Like to this day, some of it still doesn't make sense to me. Like just on road. Like I know how to do it, but I still don't quite understand it. Oh man, that sucks if that happens. You read that as a chicken on dust? What? Oh my. Can you stop trying to backseat me, Crafter? Like, you just want to help, but it won't help. You would just lose speed. That's all that will happen. I've told you this before. I mean, if you just try once or twice, that's fine, but when you do it every single day, it gets annoying. Oh man. Like, releasing here is fine, because you land early, and you get earlier grip. Oh, so close. There is a leaderboard somewhere. There's an app. You could probably find. I think there was an app. My dad said he found an app with a couple of the stats on it. I'm happy to take on board suggestions, or you can ask questions, like why I don't do something, or why I haven't tried something. That's fine. When you basically demand it from me, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, hey, you need to do this. Go do this. That's not cool. No one likes that. Unless I ask you to, don't do it. You can always ask a question like, why don't I do that? That's perfectly fine. In your case, you would say, why do you not release at the end to get lower airtime? And I'll tell you why. Good thing is the no KO round. You're using channel points? Unless a mod can time you out, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna do it now. Well, I can't do that either. That takes even more time. You picked a really good time to do that, Spider. Dude, that gear change. I almost hit the wall. Oh, that's so unlucky. Wow, I feel bad, man. First time and then your game crashed. Sorry to hear that. I think he's playing Cup of the Day right now, V. Fantastic. Well, just glad I didn't make any more mistakes. Kept myself on track. And I made the mistake as well. Oh, that was close. Almost a 420, guys. Almost a 420.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
I don't even know if the line I'm doing now is the good one at the end, I mean. Where I go low, get the gear, and then jump right. Most couple of days are usually like 35 to 40 seconds. Like the standard. Beautiful. Nice, PB'd. Hey, Marianne, good morning. Lovely to see you here. Could I smooth steer the dirt turn? Hell no. Hell no. You need to full steer that. If you smooth steer, you go straight into the wall. Awesome. I love road. Because I got drift skids, I couldn't drift, so I had to bail out of it. Only surface where that's possible. Yep. You just send it. Go onto the outside banking and yep. Yeah, this is the first time I played it. I played it 2 minutes. I started playing it 2 minutes before the couple of days started. I know, enormous, right? Who is Jazzo? He's a pretty good player. Been playing for a while. He also is really good at building. I don't know if he builds something. Oh, I almost failed that. I almost faceplanted at the finish. That was close. Oh, Jazzar's out, rip. He's like a mixed style player. He did a little RPG. Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. Get fucking wrecked. Alien with the tier 3. Welcome back. How you doing? Released too much. This is bad. Welcome back from outer space. He brought the lettuce with him, the heaven lettuce. That's fair. I understand that. Oh, welcome back. Always lovely to have you here. Dude, oh my god. I do not like this start at all. Yeah, the penguin car has returned. Is there anything like devil's lettuce? Good question. You have to subscribe to tier 3 to find out. Wink wink. Definitely not try to bait you there. That bluff. Fuck. I'm out. I didn't think that's how I go out, but that's yeah. I cover these over. I didn't even know there was a border there. I thought that'd be fine if I cut the corner. And no, there's a border there. Alright, let's see who wins this. Hey, I didn't crash the start. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Alright, let's see what these geniuses do. Got people not jumping there. Interesting. Alright, see alien. Ah, don't worry about it, Johnny. All good. I knew I was gonna crash at some point. I just didn't think it'd be there. If you're not having fun while playing the game, what do you do? Oh yeah, now that I'm out, I can do this. I can do that. Where's Jono? There we go. Perfect. There you go. I can time people out now. Easy. No, that wasn't an accident. Someone did time him out. That was not an accident. Dude, that risk from Brazzy, Jesus. Oh, we have a DNF already. Oh, this is actually really close. Poor choice of war. Alright. Is poor choice of war gonna survive? It's very close right now. Oh, looks like he just loses out. But actually he's still in, so that means someone else failed. Consistency is always better than perfection, always. Being able to do something on demand is just so much more satisfying than, you know, grinding hundreds of hours for one time. Ooh. Oh, Green K is hit the wall and is in the red. Raph has DNF'd, I think, or disconnected. Probably disconnected. Green K versus Alex, both on with the same tag. Oh, who's this slowing down? Ends. 4 ends. Slowed down right at the end and gifted it to the two, I think it was SL players. Oh, Griffs is playing. I used to be in a team with Griffs. See how he does. That's right. Everyone's watching you now, Griffs. Everyone's watching. Oh my god, he almost hit the CP. Survives this round. Oh, Green K went out. Oh, Winky Face is still in. Who have we got here? Whoa, what was he doing there? He's like... He wanted to jump, but then he didn't want to jump, so he slowed down? I don't know. That was weird. Is Alex gonna stay in? Is anyone gonna make a mistake? Does not look like it. Oh, you don't need to worry about, like, Marion, you don't need to worry about action keys until you've already played for, like, a couple of years and you're comfortable with the driving mechanics and you understand the surfaces. You don't need to worry about any of that. Just understand the basics of cornering, drifting. Get a feel for the different surfaces. That's all you need to do in the first year. Oh, we got 2 mistakes. Wait, looks like we got a DNF. Yeah, we got a DNF and we got a mistake. Griffs is out. There's gonna be, like, there's people who want to help, but they either don't understand that the person either doesn't want to be helped or is incapable of doing what they're asking at the moment. Like, they forget that there's steps you need to take to improve. And it takes a while. That's in any skill. Not just this game, but in any skill set. You need to learn the basics first, get comfortable, and then start looking at more advanced stuff later. But yeah, I see people all the time asking people to do advanced stuff like way too early on. You don't need action keys for water. That's only when you're trying to optimize water. You don't need it as a beginner. All you need to know is that when you turn in the water, when you bounce in the water and you turn, the car will go that direction. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know the specific percentage that you need to steer to get optimal speed out of it. That doesn't matter as a beginner. Like, when you give before you give someone advice, consider like how long they've been playing and what you knew at that time with the same experience. So if you try to help someone who's been playing for like a week or a month, and you've been playing for 3 years or 4 years, or even longer, you gotta consider what was it like during your first month. There's no way in hell you would even know how to smooth steer. Just to think about, like, it took us all quite a while to learn how to walk. We don't go fucking backseating brand new born babies, say go walk. Put one foot in front of the other, and just keep doing that over and over again. No, you don't do that. You just like to watch it? It's awesome. I do remember my first month of playing this game. I didn't even know what... I never tried drifting until like 3 years after I started playing. At least not tech drifting. I knew about speed drifting, but I never tried tech drifting. Like 3 or 4 years after I started playing. I don't know that reference. Sorry, Spider. I'm like Captain America when it comes to references. I'm proud when I understand even one. Like, I understood that reference. I feel that. Yeah, but the thing is, Alien, I didn't even know that speed drifting existed. I didn't even try speed drifting until like 1.5 years after I started playing full speed. Never even tried it. All I cared about was wall rides and risking like high speed turns. Did I insta-release on... what? Oh, the jump on plastic was faster? Yeah, because of the angle. Like, there's no way in hell jumping down, like going down and getting no airtime would be faster there. I've seen jumps like that before. Did you write yep or TMNF? Because those are the two most common. Oh, Winky's out. Did you write yep or TMNF? Or Riolu? Alright. All you have to do is separate the F from TMNF. There you go. Alright, let's see. Wait, Razi went out. I'll be surprised if Broly doesn't win this. Is that because of the different surfaces? Or is it just all the maps in general? Because if you never if you haven't tried the other surfaces in TMNF, like you've never played Dirt or anything, then yeah, the off-road surfaces will give you trouble here. Alright. So Speedtail was already won the 3 AM cup of the day. He's going for 2 in a row here. Not the best start. Point 1's not that much to make up, especially when that happens. Broly falling down into 2nd place. Oh, that bump. That's okay, you have to release here anyway. Very, very close round. Who's gonna get the best gear change? That's what it's down to. Who gets the best gear change? Looks like it was Broly. This cup of the day is 7 PM AEST. The main event is 3 AM, and the second one is 11 AM. Yeah, congratulations to Broly. GG's. That was a sick last round. Hello, Frank.